Inspired action. Inspired action creates success momentum. Today's lecture is inspirational. For success in life, we should be self-inspired and we should be able to inspire others. And this is the responsibility of each individual. So whatever I say today is derived from my doctrinal and empirical biography. All the doctrinal studies that I have done from various self-improvement books, whatever literature or inspiration was available, from Dale Carnegie, Napoleon Hill to David Schwartz, Anthony Robbins, Franklin Covey, and all other writers on the subject, I've exhausted completely. I've studied all of them, all the inspirational on public speaking, on leadership, on effective writing, effective faster and better reading, on creative imagination, visualization, all kinds of literature I have been studying and assimilating in my system so that I should be able to compete in the modern world. And therefore I say today that from my doctrinal studies and empirical experience, because I've been testing those ideas in my own life activities. So it is all derived from my doctrinal studies and empirical biography. And when I say it is from empirical biography, my personal experiences, these experiences are more likely to be of relevance to you because I have experienced them myself. These are not mere studies from books, but experiences. The great vision in mind, mental energy, creates vibrational field. Here I must refer to the book of Super Learning. The great vision in mind, mental energy, creates great vibrational field in the cosmos, the cosmic field, and materializes since energy and matter are interchangeable. It is established, very well established principle of science. Even the Einstein's theory E is equal to mc square, and other scientists, that energy and matter is interchangeable. It leads to synchronicity. When you have a powerful vision in your mind and you are working for that vision, the vibrational field that is created around you and in the cosmos, it develops a great magnetic field of thoughts and vibrations and attracts conducive atmosphere. It attracts opportunities. It leads to synchronicity and serendipity. We should be cautious about that this vibrational field will attract opportunities, and we should be able to identify that the opportunity is coming. The opportunity may not be in the form of an opportunity, it may be in the form of a challenge. It may be in the form of a setback even, that gives rise to certain experiences. It leads to synchronicity and serendipity, all that you need, the resources for fulfillment of your great vision, are attracted to you gradually, as if by a magnetic power, or speedily sometimes. The resources may be attracted to you either speedily or gradually, but your vision must be great. Your desire should be earnest and vision must be great. It should be visualized in details, in multicolor, like a mental movie, powerfully envisioned and emotionalized. The emotion must be attached that you feel for the vision, and you must visualize it as a mentally realized phenomena, mentally realized fact, that it comes in existence in matter. So since energy and matter are interchangeable, your thoughts will materialize. Then alone the cosmic field is moved and magnetized. So when your vision is great, is in details, is powerfully envisioned and is emotionalized and experienced as a mentally realized reality, then alone it will materialize in matter. This is the scientific truth, and this is what I have experienced empirically. Empirical experiences of are my biographical references. The secret. The secret to success is that you visualize in multicolor, vivid details, and in mind's vision, see it as realized, materialized reality. Since energy and matter are interchangeable, your mental energy vision will materialize in matter, material reality. This is fact, truth, and science. Future creates present. It is up to you what you earnestly desire. As emotionalized preference, the goal is the target. It will materialize fully in matter at some future moment, either gradually or by accelerated process. But because of we have taken a decision about the future, we work in the present. If a person is enrolled in MBBS class, he is preparing in the present, his all daily routine, his studies, his waking, his books, literature, environment, all are conducive to the attainment of the MBBS degree after 5 years. So 5 years will continuously be dedicated to the realization of the dream of becoming a medical doctor. So future here creates the present. A future vision will create a powerful initiative, a powerful force to inspire action in the present. So we must have a clear goal in mind, and a goal so powerful and so great so that it should be able to inspire movements of life. Therefore, our attitude towards life's movement, time should be embellished by greatness. Every moment of our life should be embellished by the sense of greatness. How? For instance, if you feel lonely, every moment of life is experience of eternity. We're sitting there lonely, quietly, we must experience every moment of life as a moment in eternity, as experience of eternity. My meditation on macro consciousness is the instance that I'm referring to as my empirical experience. Meditation on macro consciousness. We being micro consciousness, becoming aware of our macro consciousness, of eternity, of infinity. That's the meditation. Even a second's meditation is enough to empower you. In sorrow, write an elegy. I'm suggesting that in the moods of sorrow, you create something. Be creative. Don't be just pessimistic. Because write an elegy, Shok Geet, Karun Geet. You can write something that is inspired by the feeling of sorrow. I have written the poems in that mood. In loss, loss is one of the things. Sorrow and loss humanizes man. These are the two factors that make the man human. Certain qualities are developed by sorrows and losses. So in loss, we can write, if you have got creativity or if you want to develop, and you should want to develop the creativity, you can write an ode to the loss, I have written an ode to the lost poem. Sambodh Geet, an ode. In a struggle, build the strength and fortitude. In the times of struggle, we should be able to build our strength. We should not weaken our resolve. We should reinforce our resolve at the time of a struggle. We should be more determined instead. And our fortitude, and also apply the theory of multiple choices. So in times of struggle, we must apply the theory of multiple choices, multiple options. And in alternatives, we should make planning to achieve the goal. And remember my theory of macro leadership and collective leadership. The leadership theory, every opportunity has a challenge, and every initiative should have his goal. So if you take an initiative individually, it will be micro leadership. Observing you, if more persons join you in that great enterprise, it will be macro leadership, and then few more persons join, it will become a collective leadership. The theory of leadership comes into operation naturally when you take the initiative, when you start working for some great cause. During starvation, live on the food on which the poor in the villages survive. There will be occasions when you have proper food. There will be occasions when you have to sustain on course food. Time should judiciously be utilized for super learning and work with excellence. In trust with integrity. If the trust is lost, if there is no integrity, nobody will engage, nobody will employ a person. Trust is the primary factor, integrity is the primary factor, then a person will engage for work, for outsourcing, on self-employment basis, as a professional, or even as an employee who implies circumstances are becoming rare. So trust is very important. Trust, integrity, and excellence, these are very important elements. And super skills are necessary with the challenges that we are facing with the from the artificial intelligence and advanced type of computers. I've lived the life of those to that standard and never be discouraged by the adverse comments because I have faced adverse comments from the people who are super rich, and the result was that I have developed a theory of permanent national fund. So even the results have ignited, even the insults have ignited my researcher's mind. My technique then was, when somebody criticized me very badly, my technique then was to listen to long invectives quietly as a student and let the entire invective of the critic continue. Ultimately, the critic got tired and he himself realized that he has talked too much. That's my experience. In case of studies, I will mention here one factor. This is a book written on 12 schools of thoughts in Indian philosophy by a great super scholar in this field. This is written on prose and poetry as well. he, he being an accomplished poet in Sanskrit, he written. Here it is mentioned about Charvak. The Charvak, he says, Charvak never said, Bhashmi bhutasya dehasya punarajanamam kuta yavat jive sukham jive ridam kartva ghatam pive. This sentence, yavat jive sukham jive ridam kartva ghatam pive. As long as you live, borrow money and drink ghee, eat butter. No, this is never said by Charvak. I have seen the disciples of this author holding the book in their hand and saying the wrong thing, which he has already said, Charvak never said. The author of Charvak philosophy, Brahaspati, has never said it. He always said that for wrongdoings people should be punished. And the world today is being ruled by rule of law and by punishment. It's not by fear of the other loka, but not by fear of the consequences of bad living in this earth, but by fear of law, by the fear of rule of law. Another fallacy I would like to refer to, that the name Bharata means, Bha means prakash, knowledge. Rata means poured, overflowing with knowledge. Where the knowledge is overflowing, that country is known as Bharata, in the river of light of knowledge, overflowing in the knowledge. But unfortunately, people with lesser information with them, they always say the name of Bharat has been given on the name of an individual. So we must study thoroughly and then state something in public or in the internet. I have seen in the lectures on philosophy or Bharati Darshan the same thing repeated. about Charvak. Charvak never said that Kritam Kritva Kritam Pravit, he never said. I had written an inspirational poem. It was published in the story Gatha Pingla Bhartihari. Whatever has been said about Pingla, I've demolished those things from the very book which has become popular, a voluminous book on Bhartihari. Bhartihari was an elder brother, a great yogi and emperor in Ujjain. He was the elder brother of Vikramaditya, Chandragupta Vikramaditya, in whose name there is a Vikram Samvat. And people have written many irrelevant things about Pingla, his missus. And I had been meditating on this point for about more than a year. Every night I made it a point to find out the truth about Pingla, because all the books or the novels and whatever have written improperly about the Pingla, the Mrs. of Bhartihari. And the voluminous books, or I purchased all the books about that Pingla and Bhartihari. Then in meditation, whatever I got, the experiences I've written in this Gatha Pingla Bhartihari, this written, and here is a marching song which was published here and then telecast later on by the Mumbai Doordarshan. And the director of Doordarshan that time, Madam Chandola, has written a remark that this should be recorded with martial music. It was so inspiring. But for some reason or the other, the script was lost and it has not been recorded with martial music till today. I've made a video in my voice, Sarva Shaktiman Gati Pragati Safal, Divya Bal Mahan Mahabal Prabal, Maru Himar the Great Jalasthal Nabhavan, Sangharsa Srashta Siddha Jayati Shaktiman, Maha Manuja Sarva Shakti Purna Avataran, Divya Mati Samartha Maha Shakti Sanskaran, Mat Karma Vikranta Jay Vijay Varan, Mrityunjay Pralyankara Shakti Sancharan, Maha Kala Divya Bal Jayati Mahapralay, Sa Falle Karma Yash Shashvat Vijay. This is a perpetual success inspirational song. I've been writing poems because to inspire myself, I have been composing poems which later on I term them as Tejaswad, charismatics, that will develop with charismatic faculties. Then to keep myself in the proper path, I wrote this poem. For instance, सन्मुख इतिहास खड़ा है प्रपितामह सम्राटों का संभव आह्वान तुम्हारा श्री मुकुट शक्ति गरिमा का. The great grandsire, Prapitama of emperors, is before you, is looking towards you. Maybe there is a call for you. Get ready with fully equipped with the crown on your head and grace and grandeur. So in times of distress, in times of hardships, you should write some epigrammatic sentences to keep you inspired. We will continue this talk in our further lectures.